NYang Championship Season 2. We're here. Oh my goodness. We're not in China right now, but we're watching facing off against the boys from North America, Digital Chaos, and it's CDEC.Youth that's going to also be competing in this one. Game number 2. Game number 1 was a little bit of a fiasco, a little bit crazy, and I think we saw just like a really solid draft coming out from CDEC.Youth that I loved, and it felt like the Morphling pick that ended up coming out 4th was really strong. They took it after they were able to take the Elder Titan for themselves, so they didn't have that natural counter, and now we're seeing a little bit different look. I'm Lyrical, joined today by Ryu. Sir, how are you doing? You having yourself a good old time?
Yeah, I'm having fun. I mean, we have completely new picks, game 2, which is like, what the hell is going on? So I was just like,
10 seconds remaining.
what if it's not broken? I fix it, and nothing really changed besides the Faces Void ban. So other than that, I'm doing great, man. I'm just hoping you can make sure I'm not host and
yeah,
and you're
so a little bit of knowledge dropping out there for all you fine folks. We're doing everything that we can to fix the lag issues. The unfortunate problem is that it's kind of just the luck of a draw as to what servers you end up going on to. And last time around, Ryu had really good connection. He might again. We don't really know. So if this stream ends up getting really bad connection, we're going to switch over, have him become the new host, and then I'll be in for the Skype call, and we'll do whatever we can to make this work. That's what you guys should know. We're trying to make this stuff work for you. Are you prepared? Are you ready for it?
My body's ready. It's ready.
Absolutely. Well, it does look like now also the Lifestealer Slardar. We did see Lifestealer in the last game. What do you think about this combination? It's on the Radiant side, so a little bit less good at taking Roshan, which is one of the strong parts of this lineup, but still seems pretty potent.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how Lifestealer is always a strong hero, so Lifestealer plus Slardar, it's extremely powerful on the Dire side, but even on the Radiant side, it allows you to still go around the map and create a lot of space. I'm really surprised that teams have been going away from this strategy recently, and it seems like DC, they last picked Lifestealer last game, which is kind of the crazy part, and then all of a sudden they first pick it. So they're like, okay, well, we didn't really like it against the Faces Void. Now we're going to ban it out, and we're going to change our strategy around completely.
Yeah, and I feel like CDEC.Youth here also just feeling comfortable with their own way that they're playing the game. Like,
10 seconds.
It was a very concerted effort. You could see that from start to finish, they knew they were going to be going for that Morphling. Their picks that were built around it as well. As thinking like that third phase Elder Titan, it was sort of a deny pick, one of the great answers to Morphling in general with that natural order. Granted, it's not like a great counter as far as being able to deal with the hero individually. You need to build other things around it, but it takes away some of that tankiness. And now this time, it feels like they're sort of going a different route. Where do you feel like Axe fits best in this patch? Is it sort of a jungling combo? Do you think that he's still good in the off lane? What's your thought there?
I think he's really good off lane, but you can just send him easily into the jungle with Iron Talon. So either way, it kind of works out. Bounty Hunter can leech experience off lane if he can't kill anybody mid. So they have a lot of ways to get levels and potentially farm around the map for CDC. Problem with Axe though against Lifestealer is if he gets rage off, or he's just a Lifestealer too, right? He's gonna have his lifesteal on you. So Blade Mail is not the best counter to Axe, as well as Slardar having amplified damage against Axe. He just completely shreds the hero, and now that they have Witch Doctor, even more physical damage. It's a very scary lineup from DC this time around, all things considered. CDC, they have a decent amount of magic burst damage now. Axe calls somebody, Skywrath magic ulti.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah, we were talking about, the Skywrath, the way that he ends up working with this, and I feel like when you drop a pick 4th Naga Siren, that kind of takes all the bets off for how you saw this drop unfolding previously. We saw a game earlier today in NEL where it was Sexy Bambo who's running the Naga Siren and ended up rushing an Aghanim Scepter. As you're yawning into the microphone.
Sorry.
Just through osmosis.
Yeah, because it's freaking Naga, man. This game's gonna be boring now. No, I think so. I don't think it's gonna transition to that. But in all seriousness, as you're talking about Sexy Bemo, we unfortunately lost that game earlier, but it was a really good idea. You can heal up to 75% of HP of allies, so that's always nice to have with the Ags upgrade. And then as long as you get level 16, I think it's a 60-second cooldown. Octarine makes it down to like 45. So you can always bust it out, heal people, just rat your way to victory. Problem is though, DC come online so fast, and CDC have zero deep push towers. If they pick DP right now, they're just gonna straight up win the game. So either CDC has to ban DP here, or they need to pick it themselves.
They banned the Shadow Fiend.
Like, interesting. I don't know. If DP is not getting picked right now, I'm gonna leave casting forever. I'm just kidding. But
well, CDC they're gonna pick first. Is there any possibility they take it for themselves, or does that just leave them too vulnerable to fighting around ultimates?
No, I mean, well, somebody's got to pick it. It's just a very strong hero here.
They could go Meepo also on DC. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, they could. Into an axe, though, it's kind of sketchy, but other than that, it's definitely good for the Naga Siren illusions. And split pushing more effectively than Naga. I'm trying to figure out what other mids can really go with what's left in the pool. They're going to do Naga mid, Darkseer for creating space. Axe looks to be a safe lane hero here.
I like safe lane Axe.
Yeah. Because you get a faster blink dagger most of the time.
And this also means that it can do the dual lane of Bounty Hunter Darkseer that actually can kind of, I mean, we talked about the coming online early. They do pick the DP. Look at that. He knows what's up.
I mean, I don't casting.
Oh, don't be self-deprecating. We all love when you Ryu. It's good stuff. Well, Bounty Hunter Darkseer lane, you got the safe lane Axe, maybe with the Skywrath Mage in tow, trying to... Do you think that we're going to be able to see Inflame left to his own devices and maybe have Skywrath Mage roam mid more often? What's your read there? Actually, are they running mid Axe? That's Inflame playing it.
I mean, they'll probably switch it up. I don't know, actually. Like, honestly, you might even have to put Darkseer in the mid lane. I'm not even joking. So what you do is you can put Darkseer mid, Naga safe lane, Axe off or jungle. And then this way, nobody's going to get shit rolled mid lane. Like, I don't mean to say it like that, but get rolled on by the Earth Spirit constantly. DP is going to be chasing you. This looks like a very scary lane for whoever goes mid. Darkseer is probably the safest choice, but at the same time, curious to see what they do. Yeah,
all right, how's your lag right now, by the way? Just real quickly.
Euro lag.
All right, we're gonna...
Oh my gosh, that's like... No!
We'll see in a second. It's sort of settling down a little bit. I want to keep my eyes on it. If we are going to do this, though, I want to try and make sure that it happens at the start of the game, so that way we don't miss anything. But it's actually settling down a little bit. We'll keep our eyes on it. If it starts to become an issue, then we'll switch over real quickly. That will mean everybody that stream will go down, and we'll let you guys know, obviously, before that happens. But we just want to make sure that everybody's capable of actually watching this stream, because, you know, these are some big games, important ones that are online. Well, at least at the start, though, Victoria's going to head on out. 2 Sentry Wards as well as 2 Observer Wards, and imagining that he's going to end up placing these pretty soon here.
Yeah, this is looking pretty good for Bounty Hunter, getting eyes on everyone, seeing what they have in their inventory. As you said, he can ward anywhere he wants, block camps. It's a very good situation. I kind of miss the old days where you could block 2 camps at once with the magical bush.
Oh, yeah.
Sad ever since they added those hitboxes, you know, you can't do that.
That's true. It is a sad life indeed for those that want to block camps. You can see right now that the small camp is going to be blocked. That's kind of a nice spot in there for it. Doesn't provide any vision, obviously, because it's Sentry Ward, but still good stuff all around. Victoria is going to head mid for the moment. There is a courier that's coming out, and if he realizes how much net worth they have, oh my god, is he going to get this? That's going to be Misery just going to ferry it out for him instead. So, yeah, there's no way that they're going to be able to find it for Victoria.
It's okay. They're fine. They're fine. That's it. Interesting. Hello? That forces Weehaw to go for his.
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay, I had an issue. Sound bug. I'm back.
Okay.
Mid lane.
Maybe gonna be able to find something. Ame taking a little bit of damage already. That Naga Siren, Misery had rolled in on him. And it looks like, at least for now, they're gonna be fine. This lag is flirting with me. I'm not sure if I love it.
It's fine. I'll just host. I'll host BTS forever. I'll do it, guys. I'll be a man.
All right, you know what? Let's do it real quickly. So we're gonna get this set back up. We're gonna bring the stream down for like 2 minutes after we see possibly a first blood here, as they're trying to roam in. Misery getting a couple quick right clicks and bringing him low. Not gonna be able to find it. Victoria now is gonna instead turn it back around. That's actually a kill instead on the DP and the Earth Spirit. So first blood going the way of CDEC.Youth and DC overextending. All right, everybody, we're gonna bring this down real quickly, and we're gonna have Ryu host it. So we'll see you in 1 second with more from DC versus CDEC.Youth.
None for you. To me.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
We did it? Are we good? Alright.
We're in the game.
I'm gonna laugh when I start lagging now.
Oh my goodness. Hello everybody out there in the wide wonderful world of Dota 2. We've been able to do it. We're back. It is now 1-4 currently. CDEC.Youth taking again a pretty significant advantage, and it's looking more and more like they've had the answers so far to DC. What are your thoughts on how this early game is developed as far as the mid matchup is concerned? You see that Nagasaran is up on the DP in the mid lane. Like, is that supposed to happen? Okay, no problem. I'm just gonna keep talking.
I'm just because I had to build down my camera speed. All right, guys. I'm cameraman. I'm caster. No longer a co-caster. I've moved up in the world. Miracle's my co-caster now. All right, what was the question again? All right, I'm ready for this.
I'm looking at these last hit marks, and we've got the Naga Siren up there, 21 compared to the 16 right now of the DP, and like I guess some of that's the kill as Ame is going to get rolled in on and taking a little bit of damage. Victoria is still there, going to try and turn this one back around, not able to do it, and it looks like they might be able to possibly find that kill. So that's one going their direction.
Yeah, Weehaw was kissing her. Oh, ooh.
Maybe a little bit more. Couple quick right clicks, they find the kill, so they end up being able to turn it back around.
Oh, the kick!
Oh, maybe alive. There's the shuriken toss, and one last one from Skywrath.
Yep. Demons is like, thank you guys. I am getting a free. Well, actually, this is very interesting. Demons was last game faces Void. Now he's relegated to support. No longer that. I'm so glad I noticed that. Oh my god, my are fixed. Probably that's annoying. Inflame.
Alright, Inflame taking some damage. Top lane, he's going to end up trying to get the call, see if he can make any type of escape, but there's no real great way for him to get out of this one. Maybe he'll be able to get a couple last hits on his way out, but no, he does finally get taken down. Maybe a little bit of space created as the Witch Doctor got the kill.
Taking a lot of damage, and already uses Exorcism very defensively. That's not good. You normally want to pressure towers. They baited it out. Really well played from CDEC.Youth.
And indeed. And I'm, you know, again, sort of keeping my eyes on the way that all these lanes are unfolding. The bright spot right here for DC, despite the fact that they're down a little bit in kills, is that Resolution's been having a good game. He did actually just use Infest, though, and Demon's not going to be able to find anything there. Skywrath.
Alright. Sorry, guys, if the camera feed is not the best. I am designated cameraman, so things might be a little bit different than normal. And just be happy you can see the game without lag. So we have a hasted Weehaw potentially, but without having its ulti, it's gonna feel a little bit lackluster at times. Resolution.
You know, he's not really that afraid of a Skywrath mage, and there's a nice surge away, so they can still keep on chasing this if they want, at least for a moment. But with the Witch Doctor coming in, they are going to at least keep them back for the moment, and maybe going to be able to find something with Misery. Doesn't end up being able to get Demons. That is going to be a break of the TP, and now Demons is going to fall. So well played there. Lifestealer gets the kill, and again, Resolution, he's been having a good game so far. All right, don't worry, it's gonna be fine, everybody. I'll give you a little bit of Radio Dota until Rio comes back in. They are moving in towards the mid lane on the side of DC, and Victoria is gonna get scouted out. The Bounty Hunter got dusted as well as Maledicted. Gets the vacuum back from XE, trying to keep him alive for the moment, and Victoria's still in a little bit of trouble, and it does look like, at least for now, they are gonna end up potentially losing that Earth Spirit. He got denied by the neutrals. Well played there. You there, buddy? Sometimes when Dota 2, they bring you lemons, you just gotta take a deep breath and say to yourself, we're gonna keep on persevering through. We believe in ourselves, we believe in the world, it's gonna be great. Dota 2, everybody. It's a good thing.
There's.
All right, reconnected to the game. Top lane, Moon trying to run away. Boom, got him.
God.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's gonna be okay.
Is it gonna be okay though? Because my sound keeps cutting out every like 10 seconds, and I'm getting more triggered from this than the lag.
I'm with you, man. It's gonna be okay. We'll make it through it together. You know, everybody in Twitch chat out there, they're clapping their hands, they're stomping their feet. They believe in us. They know that we're trying to make it happen for them, and they're only wishing good things upon us. As XC
No, they're definitely not wishing good things on us.
He's gonna get crushed down in the bottom lane, and they do find that kill from Lifestealer Resolution.
All right. Let's have a quick rundown. What's going on? So we've got Moo here. He's nowhere near his Blink Dagger right now. That is very troublesome, because they need to have that to really start to play. They do have the Infest Bomb. Lifestealer should have its armlets coming out. They have the Roll Infest Bomb. Misery almost has level 6. And here they go.
Yeah, Weehaw, mid lane, they are going to be rolling in as he's the sort of bait there, but it looks like, at least for now, CDC.Youth have a bit of an idea that this is happening. Victoria got dusted, they do have vision of him, but not going to be able to find anything more than just the stop. Yeah, he's going to end up going down. Maybe can turn this around and kill off Weehaw, but it doesn't look like it as of yet. Inflame does not have a Blink Dagger as of yet, just the Vanguard. Trying to find this kill, he's getting healed back up by his spirits now, and the call is not quite going to hit. So
Flanky.
DC doing what they need to do.
They have a lot of sustain with the heal, with Saksa having Voodoo Restoration, and with the missed call, that's a guaranteed retreat, safe retreat for DC.
Well, how are we feeling about this Ame Naga Siren so far? He ended up having to go back for this Iron Talon, sitting there at level 8 so far, has been starting to stack up a decent little chunk of gold for himself. Like, do you think that this Radiance timing and the heroes that they have with CDC Youth are going to allow the Naga to just sort of get out of control?
Good question. Let's see if CDC can make enough space, because she's very far off right now, and there's a lot of time for DC to punish this. They're also going to get this tower, it looks like. It might get denied. No. Good job from Weehaw.
Doing what you need to do right there, indeed. And still, this Victoria Bounty Hunter, keeping eyes on things in the jungle, does have level 6 at this point, so can start throwing out those tracks, and you can see that it does look like Inflame as well as Demons are moving into the jungle, and they might be able to find Misery. This could be a really big kill if they can get it. The silence down, no roll away, the Skyrath ulti comes through, and that's a kill. Tracked up as well. Maybe more? Oh, good move by Moot. Not going to get caught there.
Yeah, he realizes that they don't have any stuns, so he's playing. He pulled the creep wave first, which is a really good play, like high skilled play until he dies here. But no, he's fine. They really need to have an axe having the blink dagger if they really want to catch these heroes out.
And I'm seeing also now that Resolution has kind of just been left to his own devices. He's top of the network, then it feels like they want to keep up this pressure. You still have a Naga Siren draft that you're going to have to contend with at a certain point in time, and if you don't end up, like, really pressing the envelope, that's going to be something that nobody really wants to deal with. And they don't have the greatest wave clear in the world on the side of DC either. So time will tell.
And they're gonna have a hard time once the Naga does get the Radiance +1 item to really counter. So it's more so on objectives and getting the pickoffs around the map for DC right now.
And Weehaw pops his ultimate, taking objectives as quickly as death profitingly possible, as the tier 1 tower is going to fall rather rapidly. They are sort of in a position to contest this, or at least maybe try and find something on the back end. The tracks are coming out from Victoria, and they'll just keep eyes on them, but it doesn't look like they want to try and push any further here.
And they got the D ward. Good job there, Mr. Victoria. That was freshly placed too for that push there. So, but all things considered, both teams are getting what they want right now. So it's looking good because Slarder's about to have his blink dagger. They took a tower.
Cool. Down in the jungle, Resolution. It's getting stalked right now by Victoria, and there is the Ion Shell. He ends up spotting him out. The stun is not quite going to hit, but they are going to roll forward and maybe find something more out the Victoria kill. Silence for the moment. Misery isn't going to be able to break that TP. They are going to be able to escape the demons.
And they wasted the Infest Bomb trying to get the kill really slow from Resolution. Very unfortunate. Now they know that that's on cooldown. You can start playing a little bit more aggressive around the map as a Naga, as an Axe, and you're like, okay, well, they don't have the Infest Bomb. They don't have it in Earth Spirit as well. So this is that was a big misplay, honestly, coming in from the Lifestealer.
Well, the Witch Doctor spots Victoria. A quick and easy kill. He's just going to end up going down there in the mid lane. They dropped wards simultaneously. It does look like Skyrath is going to come and try and see if he can catch Misery himself. That is going to be an Arcane Bolt going out, but no great way to find the kill. And now Weeha's here as well to get the stun with the kick, and maybe going to be able to find something more. Inflame jumps in a pretty big call, dunks one, maybe going to be able to dunk two. Oh no, he's not quite below the threshold. As of yet, XC trying to bring him low. A really nice stun, and the silence coming out. Maybe going to be able to turn that one. Moo does, but there's going to be the Naga Siren ultimate. Inflame trying to run away from Resolution. I think that they're going to be able to get out. They only got the kill on the Witch Doctor. That was a really nice series of events there for DC.
Really well played. They didn't even use their exorcism too. That's the best part. I mean, Weehaw just staying alive, sucking 3 people. That's just DP things. And just having Slardar blink at the right time too.
Yeah, it's pretty great combination there. And as I'm sort of looking across the map here as well, it's starting to feel like even though they're pretty far ahead, I would say, DC, there's this ticking time bomb of a Naga Siren that's going to be an issue, and they still have only taken down the tier 1 towers in the bottom and mid lane. Like, how much more do they need to focus on the objectives? Is it something where it is really like, once Naga Siren gets that second item after Radiance, the game's going to be hard to come back from?
Yeah, they're pressuring the top lane here at least a little bit. They want to try and kill the Naga, and that's what they were trying to do right now, but at the same time they're just going to be trading towers potentially, or they're not even going to get this tier 1 tower. That's not good for DC at the end of the day. So what DC do is they don't even need to use DLC, they go for Roche. DC are on their side of the map. So they need to take over their map and just do, but top.
I mean, it's still a trade at the end of the day. So I feel like CDEC.Youth are fairly okay with this. They would have the Radiance up on Ame now after this last little set of creep waves here. So, you know, you take a look at the net worth, it's 8,000 gold for her up on top. You've got Lifestealer that's there as well, right about even with DP, and Axe is a little bit below him, but he has a lot of really built up potential with this Ion Shell on top of him, and they might be able to find one here, looking at least for the moment. I bet Witch Doctor, a quick and easy kill. Maybe going to be able to find a second one. That's Wizardry and Weeha trying to get out, and with those TPs, they are going to be able to escape. So Witch Doctor takes the gank, and it looks like they sort of just go for a reset.
And I want to attack you either. That's been CDC that much. It does, however, get more space not because I was farming got Radiance. And I'm looking at like doing really good job. Like he's killed this as well. So he's so far this area. I've been impressed so far.
Now, as I'm looking down towards this bottom lane here, I feel like DC maybe a little bit, not desperate to make something happen, but feeling under pressure at least. They move towards the Roshan area, but since the Victoria Bounty Hunter was able to scout him out, they are not going to be able to go for that. And again, Naga Siren just being a very frustrating hero to play against. The Radiance Illusion's not quite there. Pretty big call, as well as the vacuum wall. Is it going to be enough damage? So much coming out, and 2 dead already, 3 as well. Holy hell, that was such a great combo.
Well, they were there. Right here. I don't think longer. For a little bit, but that is scary to see that happen to your team. And Naga's been on or doing anything. They just got played.
That was beautiful. And I mean, you said it, Naga Siren wasn't even there for that one, so it's starting to feel like these little things, they're moving out, and maybe a little bit, it's worth knowing this is a double elimination bracket, so even if DC do get knocked down to the lower bracket, all is not lost, but CDEC.Youth have come out swinging and really shown that they're a team that's not to be taken lightly. Like I said this at the very beginning of the game, and the very beginning of the series, this team has performed really well against Newbie, against Wings, against Vici Gaming Reborn. They've played well against all of the other youth teams in China, and Resolution gets his blink canceled now. In Flame here as well, are going to be able to get the call if he wants, but not going for it as of yet. Does pull it back for a moment. Resolution taking the blade mail damage, and I think with that they should disengage.
So good to cancel the T. The Steelers. The life. Naga was coming here. She was sending her illusion elsewhere. Now it's just CDC stuff. And because they decided not for this kill earlier, they put themselves on the back for the next 5 minutes. I must say it's so hard for them to get mad at this stage of the game. It's very that they lost that team, but who can blame them? Really for Road, Darkseer act in the game, especially Naga. Like Naga's elite, Steel Ace, or back combo after. I mean, super scary for DC just going with it.
Oh.
Sauce, but like sauce.
Oh no. I mean, you can't really blame him. At this point, he's so poor, and they don't have any ability to be defensive. Oh, Dark's here. Lifted up in the air. Resolution is there as well. We are trying to turn this back around. They are maybe able to get one, the vacuum wall back, and I think that with that sleep, they just need to disengage. They cannot really afford to try and take this much further. And Flame actually a little bit too far forward, and he's going to end up paying for this as well. Went
That's
for the
mega.
call, but it didn't matter. This is starting to look a little bit scary.
Oh, it's gonna hit. Good understanding from it actually can't. It was a straight ghost. Literally for that, like, followed, and all of a sudden, it's here, and they couldn't blink.
Dire's structures
That
are
was
fortified.
so for Flame.
And it felt like maybe if Naga would have stuck the song around a little bit longer, they could have. Oh god, Victoria jumped upon. They actually call off the charge and is instead just going to be able to get a track. Moving back, and they want to take the objectives mid lane. Good patience being shown here. Ensnare onto Rezo. He's still fine for the moment. XE is there with the vacuum if he wants to throw it, but no wall.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
And if it's denied, still good at the end of the day. Question CDEC, they kind of want to wait. No extra on cooldown. They're like, we can potentially gate them if they're but taking it.
Man, it's very much feeling like obviously not what people were expecting going into this one, but a bit of a roller coaster ride so far this game. CDEC.Youth still at about 4,000 or so net worth lead, but as we get later into this game, how did DC deal with these Naga Siren illusions? Is it just by virtue of trying to itemize to deal with them, or and maybe go for wave clear? Well, we might have to hold that thought as we have a smoke ink coming in the bottom lane. Slardar. God, and they break the blinks with the radiance. This is just... Oh god.
What do they even do?
Tower is under
Ooh,
attack.
well, he might be able
Like
to jump in. Okay, jumps in on top of Demons. That's going to be a quick and easy kill, possibly. And Inflame pulls it back into 2 as well. XE does have Vacuum Wall. He wants to find his initiation angle, looking for this moment, and ends up being able to catch 2, but the song at the same time. Inflame needs to get out of there. And with that, they're going to disengage.
Like, Flame knows. They got bonus streak. They had the Amplify.
Nice dodge.
They have their own. So, this fight they really needed. They made Song Siren Wolf, and they have Amplify. Go rush. This is really good for DC.
Yeah, this is feeling like a pretty good moment for them. XC not going to end up being able to come in and just join all of that. Vacuum Wall is available, but he's silenced. And meanwhile, a pretty big call for Inflame. Not sure if it's going to be enough. Bitch, can they bring him down? Inflame is low, but not dead as of yet. And they do finally get him there. Sasa low as well. The Naga Siren illusions are on top of him. Resolution trying to chase down Ame and is going to end up being able to find him. So another kill. 3 for 2 exchange. But more importantly, they killed that Naga, slowing down that speed with the Chief Arms.
What a play from Misery. Silencing the Dark after he grieves.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Huge vacuum combination play. Almost up. So, well played from ES. As well, like you said, Resolution was able to chase down this Naga. In this Naga, I'd say her first game isn't even better. Like, at all. The mid lane, and they didn't catch her when she's kind of repeat. This is basically, for me, her first death of the game. Slow progression down. So, not... And right question is, do we still have to work with? That is, they have this on Death Prophet.
Yeah.
The best case.
I mean, Slardar could have been okay. Lifestealer also would have been amazing, but I think that given the context of Darkseer coming in there, they just wanted to make sure that they were able to get it up in time. That being said, it's starting to feel like DC are having answers for this team fight, at least. I'm still worried about the wave pushing that we're seeing. Like, Ame has these illusions spread out all over the map, and is farming out the Radiant jungle at this point, while simultaneously her own. What's the point where she starts to get out of control? Is it the Octarine, the Manta style? What's your read on that?
And once you get to style 5 illusions with around the map, and then like you said, they need to start itemizing for later, which would be like Mjolnir or one of these heroes, but they've gone Desolator already. You could still go and he might have to at resolution, but it's not the ideal situation. It's still proc on every other. So first Desolator, Mjolnir proc, then the Mjolnir go, and then they are.
Yeah.
And this is could be a very good time for them.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean,
I'm gonna find that.
yeah, Ame is down here in the bottom lane. You've got the Axes up there top. It looks like, at least for now, they're going to be able to keep them back. Can DC think about trying to go high here? They've got Aegis.
They should. They have to try.
Alright, well, here we go. Track already down onto Weehaw. The Outsider is going to start to come back home to base. The first little set of Veil is down on top of them, and still fine. They're starting to burn through this tier 3 tower. There needs to be some type of response soon. The jump in. XZ thought about it, vacuum wall, but it's not quite enough damage. And meanwhile, Resolution just explodes that Skywrath Mage. Witch Doctor ultimate, I mean, it's easy.
Witch Doctor ulti. Okay, so they got. They pushed out, through to the tower. They pushed out the T from not back to the base. So he's considered that a really good push for DC. It wasn't enough, and not getting a Rax this in the game could be very problematic, but they're still in a good situation. Another 10 minutes, 10-13 minutes, and the game is kind of at a situation where it's going to be very hard to count. Nice. It's going to be definitely Resolution. Nice move. Why am I solo?
Oh, trying it out of there. He's outie, and now the chase continues. Darkseer with Earth Spirit dead. CDEC.Youth take 2. Not a bad combination. Although Flame needs to be careful, needs to try and get that blink out in a second, if at all possible. Was surged up for a moment by XE, does have that blink now, and Weehaw is maybe a bit too far forward. If they can find some way to turn on this with the axe, it's good, but it doesn't look like it's going to be able to happen as they just kill off the Darkseer, and Inflame's going to have to blink away.
It's Spirit Siphon. Value. That was a good from TDs to make stuff happen when there's cooldown, not AP. So Naka was just the map pushed out mid in here, pushed up top, and plus wait bottom. So all things considered, a very good fight for CD and good map control play.
Tier 2 tower going to go down in this bottom lane. DC are really starting to hit it here. This is solid play from them. Like, again, we talked about the previous game. There were some concerns that we had about them going late game against the Morph lane. Naga Siren's still another one of those heroes that can cause trouble in the late game. But DC are proving that, they're still capable of making these outplays and, finding the kills with Weehaw. So very impressed so far. What's the next step for them? Do they need to try and secure that next Roshan? Do they try and take fights before that comes about? Is it enough that they got damage on the tier 3? As we see Inflame jump on a Misery and beat him down?
Dang, that looked very painful. And man, this is going to be even more painful.
Oh, Inflame, a little bit too far. Yeah, Rezo beats him down.
And Resolution's 10 of this game. Did you have if
Alright.
Stop? That's what are we 3? Not bad. Not bad. That could also have the Cane Rune to work with, but 0.6 that can crush with a how 25.
Oh, Victoria caught out. He's a little bit too far forward. The vacuum wall. This has been a little bit odd so far this game. We've been seeing the Naga Siren ultimate go at the same time as Darkseer's a couple of times now, and I'm not exactly sure. It's a little bit odd as We end up seeing the tier 3 tower now starting to fall. There's no axe for another 18 seconds, and with that one down, they're going to start looking at these barracks. He doesn't have a buyback at this stage. Resolution hitting away at the range tracks. It's going to fall, and they might even try and stick for the melee if at all possible. The counter initiation, vacuum wall onto 2, still a lot of damage, not dead yet. Resolution goes into rage mode, and they are just going to walk away from this for the moment, trying to see if they can find anything at all. There's the crush on the Inflame. Well played by Moo. And I think that with that, they should be able to get out.
That's really good in this situation. Didn't get that wreck.
I'll take that.
Next 5 minutes, this game would have been not as for them to really kind of equal playing field. I want to might have a little bit now, but this game is still going over. It's going to be very hard for to still win these games. Because all DC do is just out there. They kite out these teams perfectly. They have surge, they have tracks, they have sleep. Just yes.
And we're seeing that. What do you think about this Skywrath Mage going back for this Rod of Atos? It's something that we've seen occasionally out of them, but is the item that great in the context of, like, you know, Lifestealer having rage and all that stuff? I was thinking like maybe a Ghost Scepter or something.
Yeah, thinking about it now. It was probably the best for Skywrath here. Especially when you're against all the physical, like goes for Witch Doctor ulti.
Ooh.
I mean, this is probably the perfect Ghost Scepter game I've ever seen in one of my life.
Oh, Inflame jumps on top of Weehaw. Skywrath Mage ulti down and the dunk. Gonna be able to find one, now looking for more. Moo is gonna be controlled, the song is out. And if they wanted, they can try and go for a pretty big play here. Vacuum doesn't hit! Oh, XC's been a little bit off this game so far, not finding that initiation range, and Sakta gonna get red down as well. Inflame and Demons are chasing him out. I don't think that they find anything more here, as the rest of the side of CDC.Youth is fairly spread, but that could have been really, really good if XC would have was able to hit that.
Yeah, I'm heading to see how the DP got out. I saw him fit, and all of a sudden he died. But okay, this game room worked with Naga side. Octane cores up. He's a blink away.
Oh? Oh my god, it's so scary.
15 up. Oh my gosh. Look at
yeah, and they've got, again, if they want to use it at this point, like that 31-second cooldown on the Naga Siren sleep, it's pretty absurd. And I mean, it's still starting to feel like she can keep all of these lanes pushed out. You look at top over here, and all of those creeps are dying as well. They just don't have a great way to deal with it in the least bit.
They still are doing what the question on DT is, do you smoke up and go? I think with an core on DP, you just the Roach Pit, you pop ulti, slaughter 5. Even you can BB, like, you should just rage 2-3 seconds or 4 seconds for dying here, and that's a really play for DC. You just back out, wait for the cooldowns, and then you try to push through, because the best way to see these base is not going to laundry, guys. You don't want to die. You go down mid and then go right side of that.
It's all good, man. We're here for your mind, not your fingers. That's what's going on.
But she said no.
Oh god. All right. Well, Moo now is going to be going Shadow Blade in hand, ready to start a fight. He's got his gem available. It's worth noting that the whole side of CDEC.Youth, with the exception of Victoria, is in the top lane. So I don't expect that we're going to be seeing them find any kills with this, but they're at least going to be able to put themselves in a position to take Roshan. It looks like that's indeed what they're going to be going for, as Moo and Resolution hop in. Maybe CDEC.Youth realize that this is happening, though. The pings are there. The ward up on the high ground certainly gives them a little bit of a clue now.
Resolution is really low.
That's scary, but they're just going to end up being able to take it. Diff Blade on Naga, Aegis on the Lifestealer.
The Aegis, maybe they can go contesting it, but with this Aegis, they're like, yeah, we'll get to them will more map control. So that's the when you normally play Roche, you're able to push the lanes, and that's what NYC did. They pushed out top.
It's a really hard game. I'm trying to figure out also now as we're sort of looking at the later stages, something that we do talk about with Naga Siren is her penchant for stealing farm away from her allies. And you can already see that the cores on the side of the Radiant are much more farmed than everybody except for Naga Siren, as they just jump out and find a quick kill on the Bounty Hunter. Is that something you have to be concerned about, that you don't have like that big, heavy right-click damage dealing hero that the DC do with their Lifestealer?
Yeah, that's the point to me, because DC's win missions and it's like kiting, and kind of you want to wait out a DC, or you want to try the supports in the backline and kill them first. Whereas they're all out. We have to object with our DP with the Lifestealer right here, and given definitely to go down quickly, and those they have to make sure they didn't caught and get blown up. Like they have to work with Naga that goes through the raid of the Lifestealer. So you can hold max start. Let's see. That's max, and it's what 5? That was 6.5, and that's a cooldown. So it's against life.
Yeah. Well, and that's sort of the way that you end up being able to take these if possible. And it looks like right now CDEC.Youth do want to try and take a fight. They're going to run for the second into move. He does have the Lifestealer inside of him. Jumps in, finds the call. The crush is there as well from Blue, as he's going to end up just going down. Demons is going to fall possibly from Resolution. He does get in and on top of him. In Flame trying to run down that Earth Spirit. And Sasuke in the middle of where as well. Now he's starting to drop below a huge vacuum wall. In Flame making a follow-up as well. Double kill for him. Resolution still alive. The Witch Doctor ultimate going, but I'm not sure if it's going to quite be enough. They bop back on the Naga Siren, still chasing. Resolution trying to get out of there. Pops Rage and is going to run. But as you can talk about earlier, the kiting is happening, and I think that they end up being able to break with the sleep. Well played there. Can they bring down this Death Prophet though? Back up to full HP, has the Yules, but there's the Fusel Blade, and that should be a quick and easy one. As DC Weeha finally falls 4 dead. Good stuff.
Thanks to the buyback. That's a good Naga did buy back there. So now they have to get something done. Like, where are you gonna go now for PD? Because he use her ultimate. It doesn't have buyback. Are they going to this? It looks like they're just adamant or just switching out the lanes right now for
Look at those
CDC.
illusions. Like, they're all over the map
Like
farming.
this wall. It's like, here's your. This is how you. Is there a that has arrows in? Thing.
Not a ton of them.
Thanks.
Well, Mr. Witch Doctor is going to be down here in the bottom lane, flirting with danger as they do scout out that he is in the area. Demon's not quite right into him. He's going to be able to get the crush. That is a whole heck of a lot of damage, and unfortunately the rest of the side of CDEC.Youth is not yet going to be able to help him out. XZ is going to surge away, and with that, DC, they find a nice pickoff.
It's super scary. The combo is all time for starter and Lifestealer. It's just, you can't do anything. What second cooldown? 16. It's very scary in the video game situation. And even not has to be worried about the damage, because all they really need to do is once starter has a BKB, no, he's not close. Once the BKB, they have range for Lifestealer. They stick on Naga Siren. It's Naga Siren, BKBs, Song. Yeah. She's still scaling as well. She's going for art. She decided to get it because there's so much physical DPS, and she could benefit more from the invasion. Here it is.
Well, Roche now going to respawn in 5.5 minutes, so a decent sized timer, it looks like, as it ends up expiring. As I'm kind of thinking about this game going forward, you still have the option of just trying to push down a lane with Weeha and, trying to take the barracks and objectives. That mid barracks getting taken out really does give them a little bit of levity, but as this is going on later, I mean, these Naga Siren illusions are becoming more and more obnoxious. What's the point where it sort of becomes unmanageable?
At this stage, GT have done a really good job itemizing and putting pressure, and has talked about that. The resolution just TP'd in.
It was a little bit scary, and yeah, a slurry and a huge amount of damage.
First death of the game for that.
Wow. Well played, and maybe now they're gonna feel comfortable trying to go for something.
He just bought. He doesn't buy it.
Oh my God! Resolution, no buyback.
They had. Well, the thing is,
Bottom lane.
Want to.
Mu is here. He's scouting out with XZ. They end up using Naga Siren ulti, and he is going to blink away for the moment. Still trying to escape. Sprint movement speed is keeping him there. They aren't going to be able to get the vacuum back.
Space. This is a really bad play. See.
I mean, blink again. They count the diffusal blade charge, but still not able to break it. He actually meets up with the rest of his team. Mu, the most space created in the whole world. That was absurd.
That is, friend. Why don't use Naga Siren ulti against their heroes?
This was the space created on the map. Do you see that? That's the space that was made.
Looks
all
like,
of that. Weeha though might be in a little bit of trouble. Inflame jumps in, gets the call, and this is not the same amount of space created. BKB vacuum wall back to 2. Weeha's still alive. BKB's popping there, so going to be the call and the dunk. Now Misery in a little bit of trouble. Yule scepters himself for the moment. They're going to continue the chase here, but I think the rest of the side of DC is going to be out. 2 already dead, and DP does not have buyback either.
And Core's not having it. Yeah, level 2 is game losing. I think he got bots 2 maybe saves. I don't know. But this look a really good situation for CDC. Lifestealer got even better. Like DP dead is way better than Lifestealer, I think, unless they get the freaking off.
I mean, DC have been playing this just about as well as they can. CDEC.Youth also been playing a really spectacular Naga Siren game here, and gotta give them credit. It's just so hard for them to initiate in this lineup at this point. They do jump in onto XE. He's gonna get caught, but the Inflame with the counter initiation. Mu doing a heck of a lot of damage to himself, and that is gonna end up being a kill possibly. No, he does manage to get out of there. Ame though, with the Radiance burn. Resolution just gets away on nothing. So they managed to get out without losing a hero on the side of DC and still save their tier 3 tower. They also killed off the Axe. Really nicely played by DC.
Man, they decided DC. I'm surprised that they did, all things considered, go to what's my buyback? Okay, it's been a while, guys. They forced out any of the back. None were needed. So really, plug DC. They're in a good position to. They're pushing out all the lanes right now. Have their heroes dead. Question is still dead. To put it like DC.
You a little bit concerned they didn't go for the pressure there?
All right. Here it is. Cameras on. I was worried pressure, but okay with situation.
It's just like, it's so hard to make anything happen against these illusions.
I would look for Lifestealer just to force the
That was a quick and easy one.
Run! Run!
Maybe gonna be able to find that bounty hunter? He's running. He's out of there.
They got no gym. They didn't buy a new one.
Ooh. Lu jumped in, threw out a crush, but not going to be able to really do anything of consequence. Meanwhile, up here in the mid lane, Misery is just running boldly into the middle of his Darkseer. I'm not sure if that was completely the play. They popped the BKB on Inflame, able to take him down. I guess he thought he could make something happen there?
I'm just confused. You are.
Oh god, move. Oh, they get the call, but he actually is able to get off the mallet first. And now Weeha in the midst of all of them. Ame taking a lot of damage from this one. Illusions are able to soak up some of it. There's going to be the crush onto him. The Lotus Orb, he's dropping very low. He needs to escape. The wall is already dropped, and somehow Ame is still surviving through all of this. He's actually just going to walk away. Oh my goodness. Meanwhile, everybody disconnects. We need to tilt this favor into the... Oh god, I can't believe that just happened. What the hell? What the hell?
Who tripped over the power cord? Cease. Spycat. He's Spycat. I bet it's Spycat. Oh, the bitch is probably going to get a or something. No point in watching it anymore. Our Spycat's there in China. He's their coach. Probably.
Well, again, there's nothing that we can do about this, so I'm very apologetic for that.
I don't
Can't
have the
provide
camera
you.
anymore.
There you go. No, man, we got to see the end of the game. It's been a thriller. I've been really excited about this series so far. I like DC a lot. I think they're a really strong team, but I also am a really big fan of these youth teams coming out of China and seeing them really compete on a large stage. It's something that's cool. We get the all chat question mark. Oh man. Okay. We'll see. Ajiba question mark. Good stuff. What's happening now? Go question mark. Go. All right. Dota 2. It's going to be continuing. Meanwhile, Inflame able to catch on the Weeha and Moo. The dunk comes through. Not going to be able to find anything more. The XD as well, because why not? Oh, and they break the TP of Weeha. Oh, no. And now also in a little bit more trouble. He ends up getting dunked. 4 dead. It looked so good for a moment. But DC get DC'd and then lose 4.
Honestly, wrong right now. Honestly, God, like, cause I think Yule was up for DP and they could use Naga with coming in with the DC is actually very good using it. I'm not gonna actually load from.
They don't have a save. They don't have save anymore. But it's. I mean, at the end of the day, you go to a LAN. You know what the rule.
Nope,
Okay.
you're at a LAN.
But here's what we can talk about this more later. We're in the midst of this game. It's not over DC as of yet.
Sure.
So let's keep our eyes on the prize here. Game is going to continue. Resolution is still up front and center and trying to hold back as much as possible. It's a T3 tower down. There's the first staff away. Inflame trying to go for the call. Not going to be able to find it as of yet. Witch Doctor Ultimate is just going to be there to try and zone them out for the moment. Ame taking a little bit of damage, but has the walk away. And with the tier 3 tower going down top as well, things are definitely looking dire for DC.
Like you said, the tower ended up going to the bottom, still HP, but oh boy, this is game pretty good for CDEC, all things considered. If he died here, goal from buyback.
Oh no!
I need this.
This is they had Moo there to make sure that he was going to be safe. Oh, we got silenced. Mook silenced. Oh, but Skyraptor now in a lot of trouble. The wall, the vacuum. That's already going to be one going down. No more Moo in the midst of this fight. BKB is out from Weeha, still running down onto 3. Inflame in. Might think about turning around on this one in a second. There's going to be the call now, also bringing him back. Still brought very low. And it looks like with the range barracks still going down, because guess what? Mid lane, Nagastarin is still doing work. Like, if you have used the DP ultimate to try and keep yourself alive outside your base while you're losing racks, this is not the game. Oh man.
I got the rat play on camera. I also got the death of the Nagastarin. So they were to Dictator and chase her down with the life dealer. So good play. With his Meldix this game, keeping them in this game. Like they need that extra damage or burst damage against these heroes, and they've done a really good job for heroes like Saga.
Well, and now with the blade pop, the jump in, Misery not going to stand a chance. The dunk comes out. Resolution does opt to go in on Victoria for the moment, but invisible and no way to reveal means that they're going to have to turn their sights onto Inflame. He does get hit by that one last coconut, but another little walk away. And
do they have another jump? Oh, Maccabees. Can't click us. They don't have a jump for like 7 minutes in the game. They have to rely Central Wards down there. Do they have Glimmer? No, at least they don't worry about that. So I guess the real thing would be setting up Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter getting cracked, not able to kill him in the fight could be very bad.
Oh, that's kind of the thing that I'm wondering about too. Is like they're just sort of not at all concerned about anything that's coming from the side of DC there. Oh, well, they actually do manage to find him right there, but meanwhile, they've maybe stepped their bounds a little bit too far. Moo is going to be brought down to half HP and dunk, but he ends up not being able to hit it. Scareth Mage is the one that ends up being able to find the kill in the end. Inflame still controlled for the moment. Spirit Siphon, as well as all of those exorcisms going. Vacuum back, that is going to keep him alive just barely. 222 HP, and Weehan now in a little bit of trouble himself. Ame is here, starting to get the right clicks, and that's going to be the kill. Meanwhile, mid lane, they're going to continue the chase on to Misery. They've already killed off the Witch Doctor. Oh man, and when it rains it pours. DC are really struggling at this stage, and it felt like they're starting to miss out on any ability to make stuff happen in this game.
They didn't have their life initially. It's really starting. I think his TP got handled by. Honestly, if I were freaking man, that's so.
You're all good, man. You're wonderful.
But I'm just still. I really want to have a resolution team fight. But
yeah,
that costs the team. They buybacks here.
Well, this is still a point we can hold. If at all possible. The buyback status green almost across the mark, but Moo does not have one. They are going to jump in, get the crush, force staff away for the moment. Buyback by Weeha. Still sticking around. CDEC.Youth not still concerned for the moment. It looks like they are going to opt to back out after that back was used.
Oh, not bad. Now they're gonna go for the reboot. Sneaky.
Inflame on the safe lane axe has just been making stuff happen all game, and this is going to be a really big call on the wall as well. Everything dropped down on top of their head, and that was already the buyback and now dieback of the Death Prophet. The damage is going to continue to come. Resolution in a whole heck of a lot of trouble, and aren't going to be able to get the secondary call into Rezo, but they do kill off the Witch Doctor. Now that he's gone, it's just open season on DC's heroes, and you see XZ jump forward, find the kill onto Misery. Scareth Mage was the one that got the last hit. Nothing left, and Barracks are going to start to fall in mass. 28 to 41.
Okay, they got the bomb. They got it. They've got the. Oh, they smoked and but
it's all good. They'll never suspect a thing.
They're fine. You don't think.
They'll never know. He jumps in, gets the crush. All right, force staff away. Inflame tried to get the call. He's going to be able to do a little bit of damage. Resolution's pissed off. Going to try and run after him. Throws out the net. For a second, Ame's still running away. And I think now as they continue the chase, there's the vacuum back again. Is Kitty actually going to get out of there? No. Inflame, unstoppable streak. Rezo buys back. And they're going to fight to the bitter end here. 2 lanes of barracks already gone. They do jump in and catch a call. Not going to be able to be there onto Moo. Still just trying to make anything happen, but it's just so difficult at this stage in the game. All of those barracks go down. And Ryu... How are we looking here? Inflame gets the dunk. No, man, I think that's how we get fired, man. We don't want to be doing that.
Jeez, guys. Sleep. I'm dead. Things considered.
Not bad. They're still
Radiant's
chasing.
middle tower is
It's
under attack.
still it's looking grim when you're against because they get one set of Rex, so now becomes the fun part of playing Dota, guys. You don't have the best clear out lanes besides Light Eater. In this situation, I think you probably want to know your echoes and get and just hope that you get all the procs that you can have shut lanes. Mr. has a shuttle blade. Oh my.
I mean, it's still worth noting that, you know, Darkseer is dead for another 40 seconds. Misery is going to try and mess around a little bit for the second onto Victoria. The TP boots on top of him. Inflame hasn't brought him down as of yet. Resolution turned onto the axe, starting to do a decent chunk of damage. And the creep wave, oh, Weehaw very low, not dead as of yet. Ame, if they can find a kill here, maybe, just maybe, DC can bring it back, but they're all so low. And double kill from Inflame. Good game, well played. Ends up getting called as DC get 2-0'd and knocked down to the lower bracket here in the NanYang Championships.
Played from DPC the whole game. Last game it was them just completely they outdrafted quite a bit and completely outplayed them. And then this game, yeah, it's just even neck and neck for the game, and all of a sudden they I want to say the for DC kind of got completely demolished by Axis. What happened is you have Slaughter Lifestealer combo plays, and it's really nice to have in theory, right? If you get on the Nox Siren, you stop her from using her song. At the end of the day, you still have an X that completely ruined that combo by just coming in and calling heroes that just count. So if they go and Axe all the time in these team fights, they have a very hard of beating anyone. And then these situations, two people with Bounty Hunter, with Darkseer, all you have to do is just keep kiting team fights. Eventually, it's all here in this game. There's no gem on the side of DC because it kept getting picked off, and then that takes more leverage for Bounty Hunter in these team fights. They get more vision on the map, they get more tracks, they get more kited. And that's what cost DC this game. And like we talked about, able to